Hi, I'm Kobe. My brother always said I was the family disappointment, but I still showed up for his big day with a smile on my face and an expensive coffee maker wrapped in silver paper. That's just who I am, the bigger person, even when it hurts. I spent 3 hours getting ready for Marcus's wedding. New suit, fresh haircut, even splurged on those fancy cufflinks he always made fun of me for wanting. The tension between us goes back years, but weddings are supposed to bring families together, right? Welcome to the celebration of Marcus and Vanessa. The venue hostess checked her list. Oh, Kobe, let me show you to your seat. I followed her through the immaculately decorated ballroom, past table after table of familiar faces. My old high school teacher, Marcus's golf buddies, even our second cousin from Ohio, all seated at beautiful tables with centerpieces and champagne flutes. Here we are. My heart sank. She pointed to a metal folding chair positioned next to two large trash cans near the kitchen entrance. No tablecloth, no centerpiece, not even a proper place setting. There must be a mistake, I said, clutching my gift tighter. The seating chart is very specific. This is where Mr. Marcus said to put Kobe Johnson. I spotted Marcus across the room, laughing with his groomsmen. When our eyes met, he excused himself and sauntered over. Hey bro, you made it. Nice suit, almost fits you. What's with the seat, Marcus? Is this some kind of joke? He glanced at the trash cans. Oh, that? Last minute changes, you know how it goes. We had to make room for Vanessa's cousins. You put me next to literal garbage while people I've never met get premium seats. Don't make a scene, it's my wedding day. Be grateful you got an invite at all. Vanessa appeared in her flowing white dress, hand possessively on Marcus's arm. Is there a problem here? Just explaining the seating situation to my brother. She looked me up and down. You should be happy with any seat, considering you're not really family anyway. Excuse me? Well, you know what Marcus always says about you. I spotted my parents, Richard and Lauren, watching from nearby. Mom, Dad, are you seeing this? Richard suddenly became very interested in his champagne. It's their day, Kobe. Let's not make a fuss. Lauren at least had the decency to look uncomfortable. Maybe we can find you another seat after the ceremony? Don't bother. I set the expensive gift on my trash-adjacent chair. I know when I'm not wanted. Oh, come on, Marcus rolled his eyes, always so dramatic. This isn't drama. This is the last straw. I straightened my tie. Enjoy your wedding. Don't worry about sending me Christmas cards anymore. As I walked out, I heard Vanessa laugh. Told you he wouldn't stay. 27 years of being the family punching bag flashed before my eyes. The accidental exclusions from family photos, the forgotten birthdays, the constant comparisons to Golden Boy Marcus. Standing in the parking lot, I made myself a promise. This was the last time they'd ever make me feel small. From now on, I'd be keeping score, and payback was definitely coming. 3 days after the wedding disaster, I was still fuming when my phone rang. It was Diana, my childhood friend who'd skipped the wedding for a work conference. I heard what happened. That's beyond messed up, Kobe. I'm coming over. An hour later, Diana was at my apartment with takeout and determination. Show me everything. We're getting to the bottom of this. It's been like this my whole life, but putting me next to literal trash at his wedding, that's a new low. Check this out. Diana handed me her phone, showing a group chat with Marcus, Vanessa, and their friends. My cousins in their wedding party. She sent me these screenshots. My stomach dropped as I scrolled through. Marcus, got the perfect seat for my loser brother, right where he belongs. Vanessa, make sure it's visible enough that people notice, but not so obvious your parents freak out. Another message showed Marcus laughing about my gift. Bet he'll bring something expensive trying to impress everyone. We'll take it and still treat him like garbage. This was planned. My hands were shaking. There's more. Diana pulled out her laptop. Remember that startup pitch competition you entered senior year of college? The one Marcus suddenly entered last minute? She pulled up an old email exchange between Marcus and a competition judge. He submitted your exact business plan with minor tweaks. That $10,000 prize he won, that should have been yours. What? He stole my entire concept? Dad bragged about Marcus's entrepreneurial spirit for years after that. Speaking of your dad, Diana hesitated. I found something else. She showed me a text from Richard to Marcus. Seating arrangement looks good. Kobe won't make a scene in public. My own father knew and approved it. The betrayal cut deep. All those times he told me to be more like Marcus. There's something else you should know. Diana pulled up Vanessa's Instagram showing a recently saved mansion listing. Your brother and his bride are planning to ask your parents for a down payment on this place, $75,000 at minimum. How do you know? Vanessa's sister told my cousin they're planning to ask at the post-honeymoon dinner next month. They're counting on it. They've already put in a contingent offer. I paced around my apartment, decades of slights and insults flashing through my mind. You need to stand up for yourself, Kobe. This isn't just petty family drama anymore. They're actively trying to hurt you. What am I supposed to do? Show up at Sunday dinner and call them all liars? They'll just deny everything. Then don't confront them yet. Diana's eyes lit up with determination. Gather evidence. Build a case they can't weasel out of, then expose them when they least expect it. Like at this fancy dinner they're planning? Exactly. They want to use that dinner to manipulate your parents out of thousands. Wouldn't it be poetic if that's where everything falls apart instead? For the first time since the wedding, I smiled. Where do we start? Your parents' anniversary party is this weekend, right? Perfect opportunity to plant some recording devices and see what Marcus and Vanessa say when you're not around. Isn't that, like, illegal? Not in your parents' house if you have their permission to be there. Besides, we're just gathering evidence of what's already happening. It's time to show everyone who Marcus really is. The day of my parents' anniversary party, Diana and I arrived early with decorations, including 3 tiny recording devices disguised as phone chargers. Put this one in the dining room, this one in the living room, and I'll handle the kitchen, Diana instructed, handing me the gadgets. You sure these will pick up conversations clearly? Crystal clear up to 20 feet. Just act normal and let the evidence collect itself. My mother, Lauren, walked in while I was plugging one into the wall outlet. What's that, honey? New phone charger. Mind if I leave it here? My battery's always dying. Of course, Kobe. I'm so glad you came today, especially after, well, you know. The party went exactly as expected. Marcus and Vanessa arrived fashionably late, making a show of presenting my parents with an elaborate gift basket. That's from both of us, Vanessa announced loudly. We picked everything out personally. Later, I overheard Marcus in the kitchen. Yeah, my assistant ordered it. Whatever, it's the thought that counts. When I returned to my apartment that night, Diana was already downloading the recordings. Jackpot, listen to this. Marcus, the loan application got denied again, 3rd time this month. Vanessa, your parents don't need to know that, just stick to the plan. Marcus, 75 grand minimum. With their retirement fund, they can easily afford it. Vanessa, and once we get the house, we can finally drop this whole family act. I'm sick of these dinners. Diana clicked another file. Richard, I'm worried about Marcus. That business partner of his called me asking about money. Lauren, what did you tell him? Richard, that Marcus is good for it. But honestly, I don't know anymore. Over the next 2 weeks, we gathered more evidence. Diana discovered Marcus's company was 3 months from bankruptcy, despite his constant bragging about business success. I found old emails where Marcus took credit for my work presentations when we briefly worked at the same firm. The most damning evidence came during a family barbecue when I accidentally left my phone recording in Marcus's jacket pocket while he was playing host. Marcus, these people are all suckers. Dad still thinks I'm using his financial advice. Mom still thinks I care about her opinions. Vanessa, just 2 more weeks until we ask for the money. Then we can move cross-country and limit visits to once a year, max. Marcus, once we get the cash, they become holiday card relatives. That night, my mother called, asking to meet for coffee alone. At the cafe, Lauren seemed nervous. I need to ask you something, Kobe, and I need the truth. What's going on, Mom? Has Marcus ever borrowed money from you? Large amounts? Why do you ask? His old roommate Tyler called me, said Marcus owes him thousands and keeps dodging his calls. I saw my opportunity. Mom, there's a lot you don't know about Marcus. I'm starting to realize that. Her hands trembled around her coffee cup. He's been pressuring your father about accessing part of our retirement fund for a business opportunity that can't wait. Let me guess, right around the time of the post-honeymoon dinner he's planning? How did you know about that? Because I know a lot more than you think, and at that dinner, everyone else will too. Diana and I spent the next week organizing our evidence, financial documents, recordings, screenshots, testimonials from people Marcus had bullied or cheated, everything pointing to one conclusion. The golden child was nothing but fool's gold. Are you ready for this? Diana asked as we finalized our presentation. More than ready. It's time everyone saw the real Marcus. The post-honeymoon dinner was everything Marcus and Vanessa wanted. Elegant restaurant, private room, family gathered around. I arrived with Diana and a projector in my bag. Surprised you showed up, Vanessa whispered. Wouldn't miss it for the world. After appetizers, Marcus stood up. Thanks everyone for coming. Vanessa and I have an exciting announcement. Actually, I have something to share first. I connected my laptop to the projector. A wedding present, you could say. The room went silent as I played the first recording. Marcus, the loan application got denied again. Third time this month. Vanessa, your parents don't need to know that. Just stick to the plan. Marcus, 75 grand minimum. With their retirement fund, they can easily afford it. Vanessa, and once we get the house, we can finally drop this whole family act. My mother's face drained of color. Is this real? I played more recordings of Marcus calling everyone suckers and planning to limit visits after getting the money. You've been recording us? Vanessa shrieked. Only when you're plotting to steal from my parents. I displayed a spreadsheet. This is Marcus's actual financial situation. 3 failed businesses. Credit score of 520. 6 maxed out credit cards. Tyler, who I'd invited specially, stood up. He owes me $12,000. Been dodging my calls for months. That's a lie, Marcus shouted. Screenshots of you bragging about never paying him back, I said, clicking to the next slide. My father stared in disbelief. We were about to give you our retirement money? Diana handed out folders. Everyone gets copies, including proof that Marcus stole Kobe's business plan in college. The room erupted. One by one, friends and family walked out. Richard approached me afterward. Kobe, I failed you. I always believed that Marcus was the perfect son. Yeah, you made that clear my entire life. I'm sorry, can we fix this? This isn't something you fix with an apology. Years of choosing him over me. For now, I need space. 3 months later, Marcus and Vanessa were living in a studio apartment after his company went bankrupt. My parents were in therapy, trying to understand how they'd been manipulated. I focused on rebuilding, weekly dinners with Diana and friends who valued me, a promotion at work now that I wasn't sabotaging myself to avoid outshining my brother. Any regrets? Diana asked one evening. About exposing them? Not one. Some family ties aren't worth keeping. To trash can seating arrangements, she raised her glass, and the freedom that follows. What would you have done in Kobe's position? At what point is it acceptable to completely cut ties with toxic family members, even if they're your parents or siblings? Would you have exposed Marcus publicly like Kobe did, or handled things differently? Share your thoughts in the comments. Family drama hits differently for everyone, and I'd love to hear your experiences or what you would have done. If you enjoyed this revenge story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. New stories every day about standing up to toxic people and finding your voice.